Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'd like to welcome you to another edition of my mini-series, How to Get Excited For, where in tonight's video I will be giving you guys recommendations and suggestions on how to get excited for the upcoming superhero ensemble flick only 1 week away, Justice League. It's finally close. We are exactly 7 days away from the film's release, and I already have my tickets. I'm seeing the movie with my friends opening night. We're all very excited. Early reviews are pouring in, and they're fairly positive for the most part. Of course, a few people haven't been that impressed and have a few minor complaints, but they will point out that this film is so far being much, much better received than previous DC installments, such as the controversial Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice and Suicide Squad. But enough about that. I'm still seeing it regardless. I'm sure I'm going to love it. It sounds like everything I'm hoping for. So to help you guys get in the mood and get excited for it, here are a couple of recommendations for you for your viewing pleasure. Now, I know some of you may hate me for this, and some of you can't stomach watching this movie again, and that's fine. We all have our personal taste. I personally don't mind watching it again because I still enjoyed it. But because Justice League has been described as a direct sequel to Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, I would recommend watching this because I feel like Justice League will directly follow more of the events of this film than they would of Wonder Woman, which is interesting because there are many movie theater chains. I don't know if all of them are doing this, but I know a few of them are doing a special double feature showing the day that Justice League comes out. I believe they're doing a back-to-back, like a screening of Wonder Woman followed by the premiere of Justice League. And that's probably wise because Wonder Woman was more well received and, quite frankly, a better movie than Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. But if you feel like you can stomach it again, this is the one where first establishes the Easter eggs or the teases of or at least confirms the presence of the other League members. We get glimpses of Aquaman, Cyborg, The Flash in this film. Obviously, we see the DC Trinity at work in this movie as well. Batman and Superman fight each other, then they team up with Wonder Woman to take down Doomsday in an awesome fight, which is probably like the highlight of the movie. But overall, I would say if you want to watch the film that Justice League directly follows, this is the one to do it. However, if you can't or won't, that's fine because I have a few more suggestions for you. So I don't own it yet in my DVD collection, but as I previously mentioned, Wonder Woman is an excellent way to get in the mood for Justice League because I feel like Wonder Woman put DC back on the right track. I think Wonder Woman is the film that they want to try, that they want to base, like it's the model for their future films of how they want their films to be. Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad may have had their enjoyable moments, but overall they didn't achieve universal acclaim, which is exactly what Wonder Woman did. It was both a commercial and critical hit, and obviously that's the kind of movie any studio would want, so they'd have an excuse to keep making more. So it's not that surprising. And like I said, some movie theater chains are doing a double feature showing of Wonder Woman with a back-to-back screening of Justice League following right afterwards. And the way Wonder Woman ends, I have a strong feeling or a hunch that the opening scene of Justice League, or possibly Wonder Woman's first scene in Justice League, may be a direct reference to the ending of her solo film. But that's just my theory. Maybe not. But Wonder Woman, also a solid, awesome superhero film. Very, very enjoyable. I intend to add it to my DVD or Blu-ray collection. Now, if you're kind of DC live-actioned out... kind of weird term, I know. But if you want something along more the lines of what we hope we're going to see in this movie, you could always rewatch either the pilot episode or your favorite episode of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, all streaming now on Netflix. Right now, I'm using this particular DVD just as a physical example. This is the DVD that contains the first 3 episodes, the pilot, and the 2 episodes that immediately follow it of Justice League, which also coincidentally premiered November 17th, 2001, 16 years ago, the same date as the movie will be premiering. Pretty cool, right? Very coincidental. But this was such a good show, such a great show, and you've got the big three right there, obviously, and then we have the rest of the league right here on the back. Like I said, this isn't the whole series, obviously. This is just the pilot episode followed by the 2 episodes, and it basically is the episode which explains why the Justice League comes together in the first place, how all these characters first meet each other, and the camaraderie that already bonds them to each other in the first 3 episodes. Very enjoyable, highly recommended. And if you don't care for the pilot episode or the episodes that follow, just watch your favorite episode of Justice League. That's a great way to get ready for the movie. And I've also got a few more for you. Now, again, some of you may hate me for bringing this up, but I feel like since this was the beginning of the DCEU, because obviously we're going to see him at some point in the movie. We know he's going to be back in some form or another. But if you want to go back to the beginning of the DC universe, you can always watch the I consider an interesting version or take on Superman, Man of Steel. Maybe you want to do, I know a friend of mine is basically doing a whole DC franchise binge watch, like he's going to watch Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, which I don't think is really necessary, but, could be fun, and then followed by Wonder Woman, of course, and then after Wonder Woman, Justice League. And that is the chronological order all of these films have come out in, of course. But, many people didn't really care for this movie, and that's fine. Like I said, it's a personal preference, I think. But if you want to get yourself in the mood for a Superman movie or just a superhero movie, this one is also a recommendation. But then again, if this isn't your cup of tea, you can always watch the very first awesome, incredible superhero ensemble film, the one that made us go, oh, these movies are doable and great. The Avengers from 2012, the very first live-action superhero team movie. And, of course, we all fell in love with it. I absolutely love it and watch it on a regular basis. I love this movie. I remember going to the midnight premiere of this movie when it first came out, and that was one of the best experiences of my life. I was dressed as the Hulk. My friend was wearing his Captain America shirt. Everybody was super excited and super enthusiastic, and we absolutely adored it. So obviously, if you want to watch one big superhero ensemble film before you see another one like Avengers before Justice League, go right ahead, because even though it's from 2 different companies and they're both so similar in so many ways, I think if you want to get yourself excited for a big superhero ensemble film, watch the one that started it all. Technically. Well, I mean, Iron Man started it, but you know what I mean. This is like the first superhero ensemble film. This is the movie that made superhero team movies possible. Well, guys, that is it for my recommendations on how to get excited for Justice League. If you have your own ideas or recommendations, please feel free to sound off down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. If you've got your own ideas on how to get ready for the upcoming DC superhero flick opening next week, November 17th, tickets on sale now, and I'm sure you can buy them at your nearby local theaters and whatnot. Excuse me. Oh, and for those of you who do intend on seeing the movie, I believe it's been officially confirmed now due to early screenings and early critical reviews that there are 2, not 1, but 2 confirmed post-credit scenes. So just like a Marvel film, stay throughout the entire thing. And they sound very tantalizing too, so I think it's going to be exciting. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this edition of How to Get Excited For. If you want to see more Justice League related videos on this channel, I did 2 recent unboxing videos, one for Legion of Collectors and one for Justice League Mystery Mini. You can check it out here on this channel. Hit that subscribe button and you can see all my videos that I have to offer for you guys. Have a great rest of the night and a wonderful weekend if I don't see you again. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.